Hey everybody, welcome to Game 2 of AD2l Season 5 Deluxe Nuts versus Don't Push. This is the best of 3 playoff game, and Don't Push is up 1-0, so Deluxe Nuts are playing for their tournament lives here, so we'll have to see what they can pull out, manage to go with. I am, of course, joined by Ninja Bite. How's it going?
It's going great.
Excellent.
Great.
Excellent. Quickly, the bans were Terrorblade Brewmaster for Deluxe Nuts, and then Void Omni Knight for Don't Push. So Don't Push, respecting the Omni Knight a bit there. They don't want to deal with it in the second game. I like the ban. Deluxe Nuts quickly pick up a Viper. So interesting, different heroes all around.
Yeah, interesting. You don't see Viper much. Viper is still a pretty common pick, but you don't see him much in like the first stage. He's generally like a second stage pick.
Yeah, usually.
Because like he's a great hero. He's great. Sorry, I was gonna say he's great for early and mid game DPS, and he's an excellent lane controller. But like he's not such high priority that you should be first picking him.
One point where you do first pick him is when you want to win a lane. Because Viper wins lanes. That's what he does.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're probably going to respect Rar in the mid lane there. They don't want to deal with him getting as much as he did, because he really snowballed. I mean, the Tiny was left alone and farmed, but Magnus, he won the mid lane in the one-on-one, and then was able to rotate and get a lot done. And that bought so much space for the Tiny, who, I mean, had a pretty easy lane. He was up against an Omni Knight with 2 supports backing him up, so he had a pretty easy lane. But Rar played very well from the mid lane, so they're probably looking to shut him down with a Viper. It's just a very hard hero to play against.
Yeah. Only a select few can lane against a Viper and like do well in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, it's like ranged CSers like what do you think? Invoker. You don't see him a ton in the mid lane anymore. Actually, you don't see Invoker very much at all.
Mm-hmm. Just like, as a heads up, if you have.
Sad for me because I really like Invoker.
Yeah. Quickly, do you have the stream pulled up on a different TV or monitor or something like that?
No, but I can.
No, I was just gonna say I heard a bit of an echo of myself coming through your mic, and I just wondered if what was up.
I will check that out because.
Oh, don't worry. It's actually That's me. I was screwed up. I had accidentally unmuted my my dashboard on Twitch, so that's my fault. Sorry for throwing that at you.
Oh. Yeah.
My bad.
I was like,
yeah, no, for
okay.
Ogre Magi picked up for Don't Push.
Picked up. Ogre Magi is probably the only pure skill hero in the game.
Oh, for pure skill.
Skill based.
Reserve time.
Pure skill. That is, I mean, you can't roll numbers like that without some skill. And they go with Hero.
Yeah, absolutely true.
So Deluxe Nuts picking up more push, or different push, I should say this time. They banned out the Wisp too, so bit of a respect ban there. General Tao playing a really solid Wisp, but him and Amok just playing an excellent combination together. So good stuff from them.
Yeah, DP's coordination is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they do play well together. Sorry, go ahead.
5 seconds.
Yeah, they pick heroes that synergize, and they as players synergize, and that's not a super common thing.
Yeah.
And, like, you know.
Competitive things in general. It's hard to find players that are really good, but also can mesh well. Because, I mean, lots of times you'll have lots of people with incredible individual talent, but they can't work together with other people with individual talent. And so that's when you have, that's when you just have a team of all-stars that can't win anything.
Dyer's ban.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why watching like TI4 All-Stars is, well, I mean, because that's just like...
It's a total clown game, but yeah.
Fun to watch. Yeah.
Newbie would actually be probably the best example of that actually working out, though.
Star Ladder All-Stars match.
The Star Ladder one?
Yeah.
I missed it. I didn't see it.
Dyer's pick.
You don't want to see it. It's like someone enabled cheats in the lobby,
Oh no.
and so there was like a flame war started on Reddit about how Cyborg Matt is so crappy and whatever, because supposedly he's the one who enabled cheats, but needless to say, it was very salty. The
Yeah.
players spawned a bunch of Roshans,
To
and
go.
yeah.
That's too bad.
So it was clowns to the point that it was kind of like sad.
Back into the draft though, after the Jakiro pickup, Razor was the follow, and then Venge, and then a Pudge from Don't Push, which is something I've actually seen them run before.
Speaking of Clowny,
General Tao runs a ridiculous Pudge. It's actually unreal. And he usually roams with it after like level 3.
a roaming Pudge.
It's the one game I'm pretty sure I didn't see him miss a hook. And I mean, Caster's Curse, he's going to be shit now, so.
10 seconds to go.
Nice.
But, you know how it goes. But he plays it very well. I've actually seen them pick it a few times. I've seen them pick it a couple times now. This is probably the 3rd time that I've seen them do Pudge. And one thing that picking a Pudge does to your enemy team is it throws them so off. It's like a total mind game pick. Even if you just use them as like a control, like even if you don't try and land the big hooks, but just like get decent positioning and then run at them with Rot, and then like dismember somebody, it's unreal. And before, when we were talking about heroes that can do well against Viper, I would say Razor is probably one of them. Either way, the static link is still going to drain all Viper's damage, and so he can stand up to the Viper fairly well.
Yeah.
So the Razor pick is Viper and Razor, I would say, probably comes down to neither hero wins the matchup, but more of just which player can play it that side of the matchup better,
10 seconds to go.
rather than just winning based off of heroes.
5 seconds.
So, yeah, one of the things that you notice like with players that only play competitive, I mean, like Luxnuts probably don't only play competitively like as a 5-stack all the time, but like when at higher levels, Pudge is not a common pick. At lower levels, he's the most common pick, but at higher levels, Pudge is not super common, and so a lot of players just don't know how to play against him.
Yeah, they're not used to it. And this is another hero I've seen them run. I think that's going to be a Mox OD, and in the safe lane with the Ogre supporting him, and then Pudge kind of floating around with Razor Tide off lane mid, not in that order, but respectively. Deluxe Nuts, they picked up a Wraith King,
Respectively, yeah.
and that Wraith King pick is going to suffer from this OD. If he gets imprisoned before he dies, he's going to have no mana, or if he gets astraled, even if it doesn't just kill him instantly, it's going to drain all his mana from him. So
There's the potential to even stop him from reincarnating altogether.
And I assume the
Which
Rays.
is not
Go
the
ahead.
situation that you want to be in as a Wraith King.
Yeah.
It's not the situation, like, because Wraith King's job is basically to run in, soak up damage, and then come back.
Soak everybody's ultis and then come back alive. So he'll do well up against most of the lineup, but I think this OD is going to give him a hard time. OD also very good up against Viper. If they do decide to switch it up and run Razor mid or in the safe lane and OD in the mid, because his orb doesn't care about Viper's natural corrosive skin, the pure damage just will go right through it. So
Yeah.
someone that can right-click the Viper fairly well. But we'll have to see what Deluxe Nuts go. What magical hero can they come up with to give them a bit of an edge? They need
5 seconds.
another.
Yeah, I'm actually
They're going with
not
an
sure.
Enigma. In Black Hole we trust.
I'm not at all sure about this.
It's a bit of a greedy pick up against a lineup
It'll
that's going to be
have
scary.
Yeah. I definitely favor, if they can execute the Pudge, I definitely favor DP.
And
Because with Lux Nuts, it's like they have like 3 gray heroes, if you know what I mean. Like Jakiro, support, or
Yeah.
core. It can be either. Generally, core is what you see. Wraith King, support, or core. Again, usually support for Wraith King. So their lanes are just weird.
Everybody
Yeah,
gets
for
set.
sure. I'll quickly run through the Radiant again. Amok is gonna be taking that Razor.
Move out as 5.
Amok's going to be running the Razor in the safe lane, and then Desktop's going to be on the Ogre Magi. General Tao is playing the Pudge. Rar is going to be taking the OD, and then last but certainly not least, Red Baron is going to be handling the Tidehunter again.
On the side of Lux Nuts on the Dire, we have B-Bloom playing the Enigma. I control the Spice Trade, playing Vengeful Spirit, Ninja 2 Nuts on your Wraith King, Dirk Shizzle on, I think I said that right, on Jakiro, and Longman on Viper.
Speaking of Red Baron, he's going to be in for a pretty rough day. Throws out a ward, and suddenly there was 5 waiting for him off to the side. This is going to be a first blood, and Mr. Spice Trade is going to be the one who picks it up. So, decent rotation from them. Right now, I imagine Red Baron's probably thinking, welp, they got me, boys.
Are you kidding me?
That's funny.
Report Red Baron. He's such a feeder. He gave up first blood
Yeah.
game so far.
Poor guy. He was able to come back quite well in the last game.
But
Had some good
he
ravages,
was doing
but
what he should have been doing.
Got a feeling this is
yeah.
gonna be good.
The thing is, though,
It's not at all his fault. Like, he was doing what he should have been doing. It's just Lux Nuts. Kind of.
Well, I think they knew he was going to do it because in the last game he rotated all the way down here and got the those early wards off as well on the to block the pull camp. So they were probably thinking he was going to do it again. Good stuff for them. I heard OD's already starting the imprisonment. Already starting to imprison the Viper, which doesn't hurt Viper as much as some things. He's got a fancy set, yeah.
That's pretty.
Now that
Which item is it that does that?
I believe it's his weapon that gives him.
Guard?
I think it's on the weapon, or his. Oh no, sorry, it's his wings and what is that? I don't even know what piece of him that is. The 2 items on the right is a full set that changes all 4 icons. But up in the top lane,
like back thing.
yeah,
Gate.
something like that. Red Baron, I think, is going to be all right up here.
Interesting.
He's going to be able to farm fairly well, especially once he gets the second point in Kraken Shell. His Venge is not going to be hitting him very hard, and he'll be able to just walk up and Anchor Smash without too much fear. And just because it's only the 2. The Enigma, he's going to have to get a lot and do a lot of work. I think he's going to have to go like early mech and then try and just force towers. And look at, see, they're running that support Pudge.
Yeah, but if you're that's actually pretty cool.
It's a pretty neat thing.
It's fun to cast stuff like that.
And they're gonna let him get a couple levels, and then he'll start rotating.
If you want a hero that has to get stuff done in the jungle, then Enigma's your man, pretty much.
Yeah, he'll be farming very well. Already
Like,
level
if
3.
He's just left alone,
Farming up well.
If he's just left alone, he could get a ton. And thus far, he has been left alone. He's got a soul ring whenever he chooses to buy it, and assuming he goes soul ring, which is what you usually see.
In the mid lane, Rar is using
Longman
his
has
extra intelligence stolen.
39 damage. Or
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, he's
It's 39. It did have 39 mana.
he's using that extra intelligence to bully
It's
him around.
funny when you see people with like 13 mana walking around.
Red Baron's actually gonna get a little aggressive
OD
on
with
Spice
a
Trade.
900 mana pool.
Got a point in Gush. Went for that early. Not looking to
Maybe
stack
looking to
Ancients
disrupt
this
the
time.
Enigma a little bit.
Yeah, last time he went actually 3 points in Kraken Shell, 2 points in Smash, and then started farming Ancients. This time he's going a little more aggressive. He got that point in the Gush, so he's probably going to look to rotate a little more. And speaking of rotating Pudge, he's got an Invis rune, and this was not spotted by the Jakiro. So might just like to see him go on that. No, but he's got a hook there. Gonna pull him away. I think he's gonna burn down. Oh, maybe he's gonna walk away. He's got boots. The Fire Blast is cooling down, but not quick enough. And he's just gonna walk away.
Fire Blast is out of range.
Oh.
And here's maybe the hook.
No.
COD rotate.
And
nope, not quite.
Yeah. So a little bit unfortunate there. Little unfortunate there. Those early boots sure paying off. Not to mention the double Null Talisman build. Someone's been watching Eternal Envy play. Jeez.
Someone's been watching Eternal Envy.
It's a build he started doing a couple weeks ago. Is he started buying 2 Rings of Protection and just going to lane with one, and then he'll build one into a Basilius, maybe an Aquila if he wants to. If he just, depending on the hero he's on, but he started getting 2 Rings of Protection if he was ever in mid lane or the off lane, just for the extra security, because that 6 armor is actually ridiculous.
Ring of Protection is, Ring of Protection is the most armor efficient, like for gold.
3 armor.
So
for 200 gold.
Most efficient in terms of inventory slots, obviously, but
it's like a GG branch.
It's like pretty much.
Yeah. Pudge gonna be hitting.
It's Iron Branch, but with armor.
He's gonna be getting level 3 here once one of these creeps goes down. He's got a bottle on the way too, so he'll probably start roaming around. They're gonna throw out another stun and plasma field onto the Jakiro. I think they might be able to go on him. He's actually gonna tick out to the ignite.
Yeah, he's gonna burn.
So that second point in ignite paying off. And General Tao is actually gonna go for one of the coolest pulls. If you look at this, is he gonna go for it? There it is.
Oh, he's gonna.
Yeah, and.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Oh, unfortunately he got the little creep, so doesn't really help him out a whole lot. But
yeah,
if he gets the big one there, it's actually pretty neat.
The same thing with
Rubik.
I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing in the mid lane, but I think it's actually with Wisp.
I've done it with Rubik.
I don't remember exactly how to do it, but you can do it with the
telekinesis. You just have to lift. You have to cut down a couple trees. You have to cut down a couple trees with the Oh, Ice Path's gonna come out. Actually, there's a 13 mana boy. Jeez, Longman's having a tough time mid again.
Well, he is at 13 mana.
Rar's unfortunately crushing him 34-17. And I think a Mock's gonna be in trouble. Enigma's level 6 does have Black Hole, but doesn't get in range. Now he is. He's gonna look to get the dub one. Oh, Desktop with a nice Fire Blast there. Cancels the animation. So Enigma not able to cast it there. And General Tao sitting off into the wings. Has that second point up in hook. So it's a much more dangerous now than it was before. And now that there's 3 heroes bottom, Tide's just going to be fine up top by himself with this Wraith King.
Yeah. And the thing about the core Wraith King is that he needs a ton to get rolling. Like with support Wraith King, he doesn't need anything to do what he's supposed to do.
Boots and then run at them.
Core Wraith King, he has to have like an armlet and an AC.
Tide's actually probably going to look to go. Unfortunately, Wraith King just hit level 6, so he doesn't pop his Ravage Gush. But I don't know. Oh, General Tao has rotated mid. The OD is going to throw out a grab onto the Viper. Viper's sitting at no intelligence. If OD drops his ulti here, that's going to do a lot of damage to him. Lots of pings coming out, and Pudge is actually just going to back. I think he's going to pull the mid lane here with the meat hook. Oh, maybe not.
I'm actually really liking the support Pudge. That's actually really cool. Yeah, he's gonna go for the mid lane pull that you.
Oh, he missed he missed this one. He didn't get there quick enough. He's probably gonna sit and wait.
Yeah, I'll probably go for the next one.
But Razor, meanwhile, has pushed the creeps into the tower and starting to do some chip damage to that. Usually it's the other way around. You see Jakiro sitting outside of it, just outside tower range, throwing out some liquid fires, but unable to.
Yeah. Yep, there's the pole, and he's gonna get it.
Yep. And the nice thing about doing it then is it actually stacks the camp, so there's another troll camp there to kill it.
Yeah. So deny more XP.
Wraith King's actually picked up an armlet of his own now.
Which is really great.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have a point in Vampiric Aura, so
Tossed on Outworld.
He's gonna be okay.
Well, yeah, that's not surprising because Vamp Aura messes up your creep equilibrium. Gosh.
English is hard.
So, English is the most difficult language. Not really, but it's the one with the weirdest rules for sure.
And Luxnuts is actually caught up. Oh, Ravage up top. Gush onto Ninja. He's gonna be okay. Armlet toggles. He's sitting at no health.
Satisfied with forcing out the Ravage.
Yeah, and almost forcing out the Wraith King ulti. That said, OD is rotating in. Stun onto B Bloom. He's gonna get Gush. Are they gonna? I don't know if they're gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna bother. Oh, hook. See, hook. Look at that. Threw like 3 people. Nailed him.
He hasn't missed one hook yet.
Nope. He's hit either a creep or a hero with every one. All 4 of them.
Yep. Never missed.
He's got the.
Shikiro might be in trouble here.
He's actually gonna go down to the plasma field. Stun comes out, but Spice Trade's just gonna be happy to run away with that. And with no towers taken.
Oh, General Tao is here. Beautifully timed.
Oh, the hammer. So this is about when General Tao starts going ham, just rotating around. Oh, Black Hole does manage to catch the OD just on the edge. Ice Path's going to follow up, and I think that's going to be the end of him. Oh, just can't quite get his imprisonment off in time.
Yeah.
Red Baron's just going to run up and anchor smash everything. Ogre Magi's rotated through.
Are you slightly behind? Because you seem to be casting things that happened like 3 or 4 seconds ago. I don't know.
I think I'm lagged just a little bit.
Hook onto Deer Chisel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but whatever. It's not that bad, so we're okay. So hook onto Deer Chisel doesn't really happen. Nothing really happens out of it, but General Tao did get very, very low, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's got his Trank Boots in a bottle. Oh, he's gonna see the Jakiro. Not close enough though.
And hook just out of range. Yeah. If it was level 4 hook, he could have gone for it, but only level 5, so he's not gonna have Dismember quite yet.
Viper is actually sitting quite a ways forward. Ogre Magi is gonna rotate onto him with a haste rune. Ogre, be careful though. If you get hit like twice, you're gonna die. Nether Toxin's not to be messed with.
Yeah, because of the Viper passive is. It's actually. I'm not gonna say it's like underestimated by a lot of people, but it kind of is.
It's something you forget about.
Like people are like, oh yeah, if you're lower, he deals more damage and whatever. But they don't realize that it's like up to 160 bonus damage. Because like they're looking at his skills and all they read is the top and they're like, oh, base bonus damage, 10 damage, man, at the whatever, you know. But it's 160 bonus damage, which is pretty crazy. Ravage popped, Link goes down, and Longman's dead.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
Mid OD, ulti's cooling down. Got lots of quite a bit of intelligence stolen right now. 2 stacks so far. Probably look to get 1 or 2 more. Then might just look for a solo kill on someone. That said, Enigma's rotating in on him. They're gonna land the ice path. Wraith Fire is gonna come through, but the counter initiation is gonna come through. Amok is gonna get stunned up. That said, the hammer gets dropped and quickly kills the Venge.
And the thing about Razor is he's so tough to fight into once he gets a mech. Because, like, he already has pretty good armor, because, you know, he's an agi hero. But once he gets the mech, he has more armor, and he has a regen, and he has the active. Which is very difficult to kill.
Pudge looking to go on the Jakiro.
And, like,
Gets a hook, gonna back off.
His team. Yeah.
General Tao's actually gonna drop to this though. Can't get the suicide off.
And General Tao's died. It's difficult to suicide when you have like the Viper poison on you.
Yeah, and he hits so hard that last auto attack's gonna do so much damage.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so not going to be much opportunity for clutch suicides in this game, which is unfortunate because those are pretty fun to watch.
Tide picks up his Blink Dagger at 15 minutes, so not bad from him.
So
actually maxing Gush.
He got it quicker than he did last game, and he didn't stack Ancients this game, so...
Yeah. He's been a little more... I think he got more out of the lane this time.
He's been more of a part of his team's kills, though. Yeah, that too. Hook actually going out onto Viper. Hook dismember with the OD, and that's a dead Viper.
General Tao making it look easy.
And Reincarnation was just barely popped up top at the same time. So it'll be on cooldown for another 230 seconds.
The cooldown on that level 1 is ridiculous.
Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days. Dire's top towers.
Yeah, that's why you sometimes see like support Wraith Kings not level it.
That said, another hook lands, dismember, and they're gonna get the Enigma.
Cooldown on like a pickoff.
Top tower, you know the drill.
Yep. So that's probably this tower. Yeah, they have 4 heroes there. That's the tower.
Lots of pings coming out onto General.
There's not much Lux Nuts can do.
There were lots of pings coming out from the Enigma onto General Tao. He's probably starting to be probably a little bit upset with how many times he's been hooked.
Yeah.
But
and yeah, like that's one of the things that you see is it's even for people who are like used to playing against Pudge, it's still difficult to predict where exactly he's going to be, where he's going to be hooking you from and stuff like that.
yeah, and
Pudge is just a difficult hero to fight into in general.
the biggest thing with him too is it forces your entire team to play in a certain way when he is not on the map. When you don't know where he is, your entire team is going to be sitting off to the side, like, you know, hugging towers and stuff like that, and you just don't farm as effectively. And if you look at the net worth chart, I mean, the towers are even, or well, I guess they're up 1, but that's 5,000 gold in favor of DP. Ooh, Hook just out of range.
Hook actually misses. Just out of range, yeah. So it was actually pretty cool because Venge forced out forward and then Roar.
Big Ravage comes out. They're going to look to finish off Jakiro. They get him as well. Viper falls to the multicast. Venge down onto Rar. He's dropping very low. Gets a mech charge. Black Hole actually comes out on 4, but there's no... He's got no damage to follow it up, and he's just going to die.
It doesn't do anything.
Rar does drop, but they're going to be able to get Ninja Knives. Oh, the hook.
Reincarnate down, and there's the hook.
Oh, they lose the Tide.
Oh, Venge actually picks up the Tide.
Max Magic Missile finishing him off. Does a little more damage than he thought he was going to take. in the end, I think that's still worth it.
Yeah,
4 for 2, and they're gonna get the mid tower.
absolutely worth it. And yeah, potentially the second one if they can push back. Actually, never mind. They're gonna be up in time, but if they had pushed that tier 1 a little bit faster, they might have been able to either get the tier 2 pretty low or even take it entirely.
If they have a Razor or Ags, then I think they might have been able to do a little bit of damage to it, but it would have been a little risky.
You're right.
Yeah, and it's on my end, unfortunately.
Yeah, but, I mean, when you have
the lag.
When you have a lead like they do, you can kind of afford to play a little bit risky. So.
Yes and no. Wave of Terror is actually
So
going to come out.
From DP, actually scouted out by the Eidolons, so they're going to get back. Nothing's going to cover that. One of the things that like the Pudge can do once he gets like he has a 4-staff right now, and once he gets a blink dagger, what he can do is he can like blink into the trees when you're pushing a tower, and whenever someone comes up to defend, he can just hook him out into the trees.
Yeah, smoke actually comes out from
and
DP.
That's pretty much a dead hero.
They're gonna look to finish up Roshan. They'll actually drop this pretty quickly. If they have something that can break Roche's linkage and get a gush on him, he'll drop even quicker. But the pure damage coming out from Rar makes this go pretty quick. There's the gush as well, so he's gonna drop even quicker. That said, they know he's there. Ice Path comes through. It's gonna connect on a few. They imprison the Wraith King. Hook actually comes out onto the Venge, who's gonna drop.
Stun on 2.
Wraith King still has mana for Reincarnate. They probably don't want to kill him just yet.
Reincarnate is up.
Looks like they don't care. Rar's dropping very low. Gonna self-imprison.
Imprison not up quite fast enough.
Nice Ravage comes out from Tide. Connects on 2. Amok dropping very low. Dismember comes out. So far they've gotten a double kill for Rar. Bloom goes down to General Tao in the end. So another hook land. Nicely done from him. And they're probably just going to go in and finish this. They've only lost their Razor.
And Roche.
Actually, they're gonna look to go for mid tower.
Go for the tier 2.
I think that's.
Yeah.
No, they're going
Oh,
back
no,
for it.
They're moving back. They're gonna go back.
They were a little unsure what they wanted to do.
Yeah, that's like Yeah, without the Razor with like his Axel, they don't really have the damage to kill it before they're gonna be up. A lot safer to go for Roche.
Yeah, they'll be able to get it in just a moment, and I imagine they give that to Rar. Unsurprisingly, they give it to the OD, who's actually got a Mystic Staff already. I'm not sure if that's going to be an early sheep or if he's going to pick up a go for the Shiva's Guard. Not sure what he prefers on this. I don't remember from previous games, but I imagine probably be a sheep.
Yeah, sheep is the more common out of the two, but Shiva's is good as well because OD is he's not exactly tanky, but it's not like he's squished, you know.
Yeah.
He's pretty durable as heroes go, and so Shiva's Guard just accentuates that. So, you know, it gives you intel, which obviously increases your ult's effectiveness and your Arcane Orb's effectiveness.
OD's actually going to find the Venge.
As well. And I control the spice trade.
Oh, the timing was good, but it was just not quite. That was a pretty neat combo. One other thing I've seen them do is they'll run the Mirana as a support and just pick OD after the other team bans like Shadow Demon, Bane. They'll just pick OD and use the imprisonment to line up arrows.
Nice. Yeah, that's not something you see super often.
Tide actually here. Ravage is going to be up in 7 seconds. 5, 4, counting down for it. 3, 2. Black Hole actually comes through. Only connects on the only on the Ogre, but they get him in the in the Macropyre. Ravage on 4, but he drops down. Unfortunately, they're too hurt.
So 2 for nil.
Yeah.
Good fight for Luxnauts, and Ravage is burnt with nothing to show for it.
Oh, off to the side. Viper gets killed by the hammer.
Just Reincarnate popped.
General Tao blows to Reincarnate. They're going to lose their Enigma. Rar does manage to finish him off. 4-staff not up yet, but he does have his Aegis.
Damage to finish him off.
He's gonna pop the Aegis.
Oh, self-imprisoned? No, not quite.
He was trying to
Actually,
TP
probably
out.
could have self-imprisoned there. And
He was mid TP animation.
yeah.
He's hoping that they didn't see him, but he was trying to TP right on a ward.
Radiant's mid tower getting banged
Yeah.
up.
And Wraith King had already tossed the stun by the time he started the
Zakiro's gonna get imprisoned, and they're gonna this should be a pretty easy kill. Yeah, easy kill going over in the mid lane.
So Agans is up for Razor, so they're going to be pushing quite a bit faster now.
Yeah, if they can get
Probably look to make use of that, group up and push a tower. Probably wait for the Ravage cooldown and then go.
just over a minute left on that, and they might just look to maybe dual pressure. If they can get a pick off on the in-between. Hook comes out. Oh, just short. Stun comes out. That's it. The Kraken Shell is going to proc it. They're going to slow the Wraith King. He's dropping very low. Dismember comes out from General Tao, but that's a 10-second BKB. So, 10-second charge is going to be on cooldown. And without that, I don't know if they can really fight. And DP is pinging out the top tower like they want to go on it.
Yeah, because So probably going to see the tier 2 top. Next objective in mind for don't push.
And with with these two sitting out in front of your tower, like how do you just walk past those guys to go try and defend the tower? Like they're huge. Look at how big they are.
You can't. They're both so buff. This is like the
Wow.
best team there is.
I think Buff is being a little generous with Pudge.
And Tidehunter.
He jiggles a little.
Good point. Maybe
He's a little jiggly.
That's what we'll go with.
Yeah. It's being nice. We're just being generous to Pudge. We don't want to make him feel
I
bad.
need to see if there's an. Yeah, I need to see if there's an in-game Santa set for Pudge because that would be absolutely incredible.
I don't think there is. There might be one in the workshop. But the coolest thing is, a couple years ago, there was this set you could buy for Ursa. It was called, like, the Yodelers or something like that. And it was only for sale for a moment. Oh, they're going to find the Wraith King up in the top, so I have to hold that thought. Unfortunately, Dismember's on cooldown. General Tao's getting chopped down. Very little armor. Force Staff, he's going to be able to get away. Red Baron blows the Ravage, actually catches on 2 as his team rotates back through. Big ulti gets dropped by the OD. Quickly picks up a double kill. Hook comes out, unfortunately just misses. Ninja Nuts is going to drop. That's his real life. And good rotation coming out from DP. They managed to save their teammates and get 3 pickoffs for it as well. No buybacks on the other team. And Razor's ulti is going to be up in 20 seconds. You get an imprisonment off.
Yeah,
oh, that hook timing!
Excellently timed hook. That was very well.
Yeah. He does that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. General Tao's Pudge is absolutely insane.
And he plays it from the support, so I mean, he's got a Force Staff and Tranquils.
An everyday thing.
No, not even a little bit.
And a Blink Dagger in the stash.
Oh, he does have that picked up. Enigma pops to BKB, gonna look for a black hole, but everybody scatters nicely. He's not able to find one yet. Gonna find a solo black hole on Rard. They're gonna... Oh! They actually save him with the hook! In the backside, they lose their Venge again. They're probably gonna... Enigma's probably gonna go down. Razor gets crit down by Ninja 2. Tide blinks out. He's... Oh, Force Staff comes out onto the Ogre. Ogre's gonna be able to run away. I think this is the end of the Tide, though. He is gonna drop. They did get the melee racks, though, so... Even if they lose it 1 or 2 on the way out, it's still okay. General Tao... Oh, not quite.
General Tao's TP cancelled.
Yeah, he's gonna drop to this as well.
General Tao. So, overstaying their welcome a little bit, but yeah, as you said, they got the melee racks and they did get some damage on the range barracks. So, probably worth it there, I would say. I mean, they have a lead, they can afford to play around with it a little bit.
And just on a side note...
You should just throw this game away, but...
Just on a side note, sorry if it sounds like I'm casting the past. It's just because what the people are seeing on my stream is the same as what I'm seeing, even if it's all delayed a little bit. So that's why it sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm casting the
That's
pass.
totally fine. Yeah, absolutely. It's all good.
Up in the top lane.
It's interesting though because like I took a look at like your stream page, and according to like the hardware specs that you have on there, your computer's actually better than mine.
I'm running a bunch of
Like, you
other
have a better
stuff
graphics card and stuff.
in the background, and I think that there might be some other internet usage going on within the house as well.
Bottom tower's getting the business.
It's not. I don't think it's my computer. I think it's just I'm running out of bandwidth.
Yeah, that must be it.
The dire.
Internet, man, that'll do it for you.
Yeah. Force staff forward, not able to find the imprisonment. There they go. They actually find it on the Jakiro. Not going to drop their ulti yet. Oh, hook just off. Slightly mistimed, but in the end they get the tower, so
Bottom tower.
secured.
They do get the tower, so
General
an
tower
8-second
is...
cooldown
Mhm.
round, and like it doesn't even matter.
General Tao is starting to
The
get those
only- the
stacks
only
up
thing
now.
is General Tao's perfect hook record is now ruined. Not really, but
Yeah, it's all good. They're gonna look to do this Roshan again.
Razor actually pops the ult.
Top tower's taking hits.
Looks like he didn't remember that
Doesn't-
the Razor ult doesn't actually affect
Target Roche. Yeah. One thing it'll do though is if they get initiated on, it'll already be up, even if he gets stunned. So
Down quick and clean.
I don't know. It's a pretty short cooldown, so I don't think it's that big of a
Actually,
deal.
It doesn't actually. Oh yeah, it's not a big deal at all. And the thing is it doesn't say that in like the tooltip. Even when you do like the alt for more information, it doesn't say that it doesn't affect ancients in the tooltip. So
Yeah.
it's Valve's fault, not his.
Lots of pings coming out. They know where they are. Oh, Tide actually blinks forward quite aggressively. He's gonna gush on Ninja tonight, and I think. Oh, Hook flies through, splits the wickets. Not able to find anyone. I think this BKB on Wraith King is what
Splits the wickets.
Cloud9 would refer to as a game losing BKB, because Wraith King doesn't want to get a BKB. He wants to be able to go in, soak the damage with his reincarnation, and then come back and go ham. But with a BKB, he's worried that when he comes back, he's just going to get controlled. So, and then when he does come back, I mean, BKB on a strength hero is
That's the
okay,
inherent weakness.
but
Yeah. That's the inherent weakness of the core Wraith King is, like, he has to stay alive to deal damage, and
Dire's
the
mid.
nature of the hero is that it's not that you don't want to stay alive, but you're designed to soak up damage. So a little bit of miscommunication there. They actually imprison right before the hook is casted, so
yeah, a little bit of an issue going on there, but
nothing
nonetheless.
lost, though, so.
Couldn't hang on to
No. And in the end, they get the tower. Enigma goes in, gets a two-man black hole.
Oh, black hole onto 2.
It's gonna... They don't manage to finish anyone off during it, but Aegis does get popped. A Mox BKB is going, doing a lot of damage coming out so far. OD comes back. Oh, that's a big ulti dropped on to 4. And there's the second one. Triple kill comes out. Rar is now godlike. And Wraith King pops his BKB and is just sitting there. I think he's actually blocked in. And he drops. That's an ultra kill for Rar. GG. They call it. And that's a good game well played. DP take it 2-0. And
Absolutely forced out.
unfortunately,
Actually, the team that Lux Nuts was supposed to play in their first bracket of the playoffs actually forfeited. So
oh, okay.
yeah.
So they got a bye, but DP showing
what I'm
some
trying to
strength.
say is, like, they didn't have they might.
They didn't have the practice.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is they might be, a little bit more out of practice, against other organized teams and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for tuning in, guys.